So now that we built a first custom component, it's important to fully understand how that component's content ended up on the website and our screen. So as a first step, let's go to the website and let's inspect the source code of that website. If you do that, you'll note that you don't find the header or any other website content in that source code. No image, no titles, nothing. It just contains some metadata and at least one JavaScript import, one JavaScript file that's being loaded. But this loaded JavaScript file, the index.js file in the end here in my case, is the key. Because the code that is loaded and executed here is, in the end, the transformed React code you wrote. Remember, I mentioned that the code you write wouldn't work like this in the browser, hence it's transformed. And it also shouldn't be too surprising that we see the index.js file being loaded here in the actual website source code, because that's also what we see here in our project in the index.html file. And in the end, it is this index.html file that's being served to the website visitors. Now, as you learned before, this index.js file does import something from the app.js file. It imports the app component, to be precise, because it's that app component that's being exported in that app.js file. By the way, this export keyword and this import keyword and this entire import-export feature is a regular JavaScript feature. It's not React specific. So it's this app component function that's being imported into the index.js file. And in this file, it's being used as JSX code here. Now, as you can see, we have no React component here though. This JSX code is not getting returned by some function. Instead, it's getting used as a value, as an argument for some other method that's being called here, the render method. And indeed, as a React developer, you will almost exclusively use JSX code inside of component functions. What we see here in the index.js file is the one important exception. Because this file, this index.js file, acts as the main entry point of our React app, since it is the first file to be loaded by the HTML file. And it's in this place where the React app boots up, you could say. To be precise, it's this special React DOM library, which in the end belongs to the overall React library, from which we're importing here, which ultimately renders